Hi, I'm Frank Marcinek, head basketball coach at Susquehanna University, beginning my 26th year at Susquehanna, and have enjoyed every minute. We're coming off a very good season in 2013-2014, where we finished second in the Landmark Conference in the regular season and competed for the Landmark Conference Championship. Unfortunately, we came up a little bit short with the loss at the University of Scranton. We returned a nice nucleus from last year's team, even though we've lost 4 very good seniors who will be very hard to replace. It was a very special class, the class of 2014. Players such as Mikey Perillo and Jake Eskin, Wally Ritecki and Harley Sellinger. They were really the heart and soul of our team a year ago, so we need to really replace their leadership as we move forward. The group that's most likely to assume the role as leaders for us this coming season starts with Matt McGugan, who's a senior. Matt will be a 4-year letter winner. Brandon Headley, who is a junior. Brandon has been a all-conference player. Last year he was second-team all-conference. As a freshman, he was Rookie of the Year in the conference. Josh Miller, who played a lot for us as a freshman, was injured a year ago. Played about 5 games and then had a shoulder injury in a game versus Scranton here at O.W. House Gymnasium. And last but not least, Stephen Weidlich. Stephen was part of our backcourt last year, played with Brandon Headley to form a really nice 1-2 punch for us. So they're the key 4 returning players that we have. We'll switch some positions around a little bit. Last year Brandon Headley played more of a point guard role. Stephen Weidlich played more of a 2 guard. I think Brandon's more comfortable as a 2 guard, so we're going to switch him and Stephen will play more of a point, but they will be somewhat interchangeable. Josh Miller and Matt McGugan are both very versatile kids that can play either of the forward spots as well as playing the 2 guard spot. So you'll see those 4 in the starting lineup, and the 5th starter as of today will be named Ryan Traub. Ryan's a freshman, about 6'7" from Mount Olive High School, who's had a very, very good preseason, making great strides, and we have high hopes for. But again, he is just a freshman and does have some big shoes to fill. He knows of Harley Sellinger. Our first 3 players off the bench, one is a returning player named Phil Madison. Phil plays as a point guard. He's from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and is really a very energetic guy that brings the ability to score from the point guard position, good quickness, and pretty good leadership. We have a transfer by name of Jason Dietrich. Jason went to Kutztown University, transferred to Susquehanna. He's like a 6'3", 6'3.5" guard that is also versatile, very much in the mold of Josh Miller and Matt McGugan, and that he can play a couple different spots. And probably the 8th guy in our rotation is a freshman right now, a guy named Connor Malin. Connor comes to us from Riverside High School, and he can play as the 4 or a 5. Connor's a big, strong guy, probably about 6'5", probably about 225, very skilled, and has had a really nice preseason for us. One guy we're counting on returning that's been out with an injury is Danny Weiss. Danny is a 6'6" sophomore who I kind of anticipated would be our starting center this year. Danny has had a number of knee surgeries since last season, but is back in practice and is making good progress, and hopefully he'll be ready by the time we start the season against Lycoming on November the 18th. So that's kind of our top 9. As I said, we graduated very good groups, very strong leaders. We also lost some inside play, obviously, with Harley and Wally Ritecki. So that's where we need to improve the most. That's where we're focusing our sights. We have 2 scrimmages, first versus Alvernia, which is tonight, October 31st. And then we also have one where we go to Kane University over in New Jersey, and that's on November the 11th. So, so far so good. I have high hopes and a lot of optimism for this team. Our attitude's been great, the work ethic's been great, and we hope we can keep it going and have another successful season.